Hey historians, do you guys want to know about old and gold building styles that sculpted the ancient world of marvelous designs? Yep, I bet you do. These styles have been so great that you could find them mostly anywhere relating to architecture. You know, the school you guys go to is covered with Greek architecture. Let's take you guys on a tour.
Hello everyone, today we are going to talk about Greek architecture. I'm your tour guide. Come on. Okay, stop. So, look at this Greek architecture. No, point to me. Very nice. Okay. Mastermind Greek architecture. First floor hallway. Oh, that's my papa right there.
This amazing architecture originated in ancient Greece and has played an important role in introducing new things to this world throughout history and even in modern times, such as philosophy, astronomy, and architecture. Today we are going into the history of Greek architecture and the innovations that were made dating back to the years BCE. But first, what even is Greek architecture? As culture flourished on the Greek mainland, society in the Greek-speaking world produced monumental buildings that have influenced thousands of years of architecture. These monumental buildings were concerned with simplicity, proportion, perspective, and harmony, with a great some of them being constructed as early as 600 to 900 BCE into the 1st century CE. Although this may all seem like stuff that may not matter now, ancient Greek architecture is something that is still recognized and seen as a source of inspiration for modern architects. It still actively influences the Western world today. Here are some examples of these buildings that we will get into discussion about in this video. These were, and still are, common features of towns and cities in Greece. Now, here's where it may get complicated. With each period, such as the Mycenaean Age, the Greek Dark Age, the Greek Classical Age, and the Hellenistic period, there came advancements in Greek architecture that highlighted an era. The three orders of Greek architecture played a big role in each period. These were the Doric order, Ionic order, and Corinthian order. These were different styled columns with different designs used throughout each era. You may see examples of these orders in some of the monumental buildings, such as the Doric order for the Parthenon. Now, let this video explain each of these orders and their features.
Greek columns. Greek columns come in three varieties, or orders: Doric, Ionic, and Corinthian. All three share the same fluted column, or drum. Where they differ is at the top, what is called the capital of the column. And what better place to learn about column capitals than at our nation's capital? For of all the world's cities, none is more indebted to classical Greek architecture than Washington, D.C. Let us start with the Lincoln Memorial. Look at those lovely columns. These are columns of the Doric order, the simplest of the Greek columns, with a tapered disc supporting a square top. Now let's skip along to the Jefferson Memorial. See those little curlies at the top? That tells us that these are columns of the Ionic order. Let us end our tour at the Capitol building itself. See that fancy filigree at the top of the columns? Sort of looks like a very symmetrical plant tried to grow at the top. This is a column of the Corinthian order. Corinthian columns come in many forms, each more ornate than the last, but they all share the same undeniably leafy quality.
Okay. Let's stop all this talk about the boring foundation of ancient Greek architecture and get into the good stuff.
Let's talk about the magnificent building that is the Parthenon. The Parthenon was part of a rebuilding program directed by the Athenian statesman Pericles, following the sack of the Acropolis during the Greco-Persian Wars. The Parthenon was dedicated to the beautiful goddess Athena and took its name from one of her many qualities, being a virgin goddess, in Greek Parthenos, thus Parthenon. The temple was serving her in the ancient religion of the Greek Pantheon. The Olympian gods continued to worship the Virgin Athena until the 5th century AD, when it was transformed into a Christian temple dedicated initially to Hagia Sophia and later to the Virgin Mary. It was the period when Christianity was expanding and the new religion wanted to conquer the old gods by building symbolically on the ruins of the ancient temples. Though the temple's fate was adventurous, it never lost its religious status. During the years of Ottoman rule, it became a mosque. Today, it serves as an open museum, accepting everyone from any land and any religion. The amazing double Doric temple pavilion presents many original and unique elements in its architectural design. The temple was designed by Ichnos and Calcrates, two ancient Greek architects. The responsibility for the sculptural decoration in the ivory statue of Athena, which was inside, as well as the entire construction program of the temple, was the responsibility of the famous sculptor Phidias. The first attempts at preservation and restoration of the Parthenon took place as early as 1896 and the 1900s, and in 1922 and 1933, a second restoration program took place. When you visit the Acropolis Hill, don't be surprised when you witness some of the temple's brilliant marble. Behind scaffolds, maintenance and restoration works of the monument are always in progress. Now moving on to the statue of Athena.
Another great example of Greek architecture is the statue of Athena. The statue was completed in 456 BCE and was inside of the Parthenon, located in Acropolis, Athens. The statue was 37.7 feet tall and was attributed to the Greek goddess Athena. There were lots of different statues that centered around Athena throughout history. In case you didn't know anything about Athena, a little about her is that she's one of the 12 gods and goddesses of Olympia. She was associated with wisdom, craft, and warfare. Anyway, the statue represented the success, victory, and treasury of Athens. It featured Athena standing majestically on a platform while being fully armored while holding a Nike to her right and a spear to her left. It is easy to see why the statue represented the success of Athens due to it being made out of ivory and 2,500 pounds of gold. Back in BCE era, gold was very valuable, so to use 2,500 pounds in it, just on a statue, showed how powerful they truly were. Now, the one who sculpted the statue was Phidias, a famous sculptor and painter. He had other sorts of Greek architecture before building this one, such as the statue of Zeus, which we will talk about shortly. Right before building the gold statue of Athena, he built a bronze statue of Athena Proclamas, which stood on the Proclamus, made him even more respectable and famous, which led him to get commissioned by Pericles to build a gold statue of Athena in the greatest city located in Greece. The marvelous statue remained a symbol for the city for thousands of years. Now you can visit Greece to see this astonishing statue and experience it with your own eyes, seeing a beautiful gold reflection of a person standing in front of the statue. If you didn't realize, I was talking about you.
Alright, so now, the final piece of architecture being discussed in the video is the statue of Zeus at Olympia. Wait, did I hear Zeus? The king of gods? The god of skies? Yup, Phidias. The same sculptor that created the statue of Athena sculpted this magnificent 13-meter statue of Zeus. This piece of architecture was created in 430 BCE and was located on the Greek peninsula of Peloponnesus. The statue took 8 years to build. Isn't that incredible? In a time period with no technological advancements, that was a decent amount of time to finish the statue. The statue is located inside the Temple of Zeus. Fun fact, this marvelous piece of architecture is considered to be one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Alright, the statue is of Zeus sitting on his throne. The statue was made of ebony, gold, ivory, and ornamented with gems. Yup, you heard me right. It was made out of gold. In this statue, one of Zeus's hands is a statue of the goddess Victory, Nike. On the other hand of the statue is a scepter with an eagle resting on the top. Ooh, I want to get on his nerves. Alright. Okay, so now the history behind the statue of Zeus. When the Romans invaded Greece, Emperor Caligula wanted the statue to be taken apart so they could take it to Rome. However, the statue was saved since Emperor Caligula was killed before his order could be accomplished. When Christianity became more introduced in practice, the sanctuary of Zeus fell into decay. This was because the Temple of Zeus was permanently closed, since it was considered an epicenter of paganism. The Roman Empire practiced Christianity, and since the Romans conquered Greece during this time, anything that had nothing to do with Christianity was considered paganism. Experts do not know exactly what happened to the statue after it closed. One of the theories was that it was disassembled and moved to Constantinople, where it was destroyed by a major fire. Another theory was that it was robbed, where the precious ornaments were stolen. The last theory was that the remainder of the statue collapsed along with the temple. Alright, to sum up the longest paragraph of history behind the statue, the Romans closed the statue of Zeus. I know, right? Like, come on. The statue was an actual masterpiece. Well, history is history. There is always something fascinating that gets broken.